Hello friends, myself Kunal Anil Saurkar, lecturer in Electronics Department from Government Polytechnic Achalpur. Today we are going to discuss about the PN junction diode. What is the symbol of PN junction diode? How it works? Now what are the applications of this PN junction diode? We will discuss in details. Okay. Now today's topic is PN junction diode. Okay. Now what is that PN junction diode? Okay. This is a very important topic today. Now this PN junction diode, this is simple symbol of PN junction diode. Okay. Now once you understand what is that PN junction diode, how it works, and then definitely you will understand how the rectifier works, how the clipper works. Okay. Now Now this PN junction diode, it consists of P and N. P type semiconductor and N type semiconductor, right? Now here in P type semiconductor, holes are there, okay? All right. Now in N type, the electrons are there, okay? Here negative ions along with the holes, Here positive ions along with the electrons, positive ion along with the electron, right? Now here in P-type semiconductor materials, holes are majority charge carriers. That means what? It is more in number. Holes is more in number in P-type, right? It consists of electrons also, but very less number. So that's why we call him as minority charge carriers. Okay, electrons are minority charge, means they are less in number in P-type. Okay, in N-type, electrons are majority charge carrier. That means what? It is more in number. Electrons are more in number. Holes are less in number, so that's why we call him as a minority charge carriers. Okay, right? Now, what is the process to combine or attach them? Okay, now here is what I'm just okay. Now there are different methods. One of the methods is what? Just by hitting both of them and attach them. That process is known as what? Alloying process, and hit them at a 500 degrees Celsius and allow to the semiconductor to form a crystal. After hitting all that process, it forms a junction. After allowing process, means of attaching them, and it forms a junction here. This junction is known as what? The PN junction. This junction is known as what? The PN junction. Okay, now what happened here? Near this junction, what happened here? Okay, now these electrons, right? These electrons, diffusion of electrons into the holes. Once these electrons are combined with these holes, it combines and neutralize each other. Okay, it neutralize each other, right? So they neutralize here. So here they neutralize each other. Here is the only ions. Here is what? Only the ions. Now these ions is not having any charge carriers. This ions is not having any charge carriers. This ions is not having any electric charges. Okay, so it forms a potential barrier. Here it forms a potential barrier, and the electric field is established like this toward this side. Okay, now towards the negative ions, the potential will be low potential. Now towards the positive ions, the potential will be high potential. Okay, now this potential difference is known as potential barrier. Holes, electrons. Now again, what happened here? These electrons will also try to move towards the holes and try to recombine with that holes. But because of this barrier, it is not possible. Okay. Now these holes cannot move towards the higher potential, and there is no further charge movement from this region to this region. Okay, because of that potential barrier. Now or next, the biasing is very important in PN junction diode, and there are two types of biasing: forward biasing and reverse biasing. Okay, now what is the forward biasing and reverse biasing? Forward biasing condition, forward biasing, and second one is what? Reverse biasing. Right? Now that forward biasing, you are right. What is that forward biasing? Now I'm just using this one. Now what is that forward biasing? Means you want to apply the battery here. This is battery. This is what your P side. This is what your P side. Okay. This is what your N side. Right? When I'm applying, when the positive terminal of the battery is connected to P side, and when the negative terminal of the battery is connected to N type. Okay. In that condition, this condition means what? It's simply a forward biasing condition. In reverse bias condition, we are just changing the position of the terminals. Okay. Okay. The N side will be connected to positive, and this will be connected to negative in reverse bias. Now it is what in forward bias condition. Now the potential at the P side is very low, and potential across the N side is what? Very high. This is what your potential barrier. Right? Now what happened here? Initially, the voltage applied here is what? 0. Okay. The current will start flowing through it when this difference, this potential barrier is 0 or very low. In that condition only, current will flowing through this. Right? Current will flowing through this. Now what happened here? Initially, if this is the potential barrier for silicon is 0.7 volt. Now what? This is what my potential barrier, right? And for silicon, now potential barrier for germanium is 0.3 volts for germanium, right? If this is made up from silicon, then potential barrier, this voltage is 0.7 volt, right? And if this is made up from germanium, the potential barrier is what? 0.3 voltage, right? Initially, the applied voltage is 0. That means what? There is no any change. If suppose I am just increasing this voltage to 0.1 volt, I am just start increasing to this voltage is what? 0. I want this region, this width, depletion region, very low. I want, right? Now what happened here? If I just increase the voltage from 0 to 0.1 volt, here what happened? Now the potential is increases. Right now, initially potential was from here to here, right? Now, initially it was here, right? Again, simultaneously the width will also reduces. And now what happened here? The electric field is established here. Suppose this electric field is initially here. Electric field is established. Now the movement of holes is very important. Okay, the direction of holes movement is equal to direction of current movements, right? Now if suppose I again further increase this voltage to 0.2 volt, what happen? Now this potential barrier will also increase. Now from here to here to here, these are holes, these are your electrons, right? Now again, and the electric field will also increases across this. Now if the voltage is increases to 0.3 voltage, suppose, what happen here? This potential barrier will also reduces to 0 volts. Now you can see here, initially potential barrier is this much. Now at 0.3, this potential barrier is low, right? Indirectly means what? The width of that barrier is also reduces, right? And suppose if again I increases that voltage to 0.4, again the potential barrier at this point is also decreases. It becomes again, these are your holes, these are your electrons. Again potential barrier decreases, width is also reduces, and electric field also increases, right? Now what happened at 0.7? Now what happened at 0.7? Okay, at 0.7, this, okay, this potential and this potential, holes. Now the potential when the voltage is 0.7, the thickness at that time, the what happened here? Now the potential n in P region is equal to potential is equal to the n region, right? And the thickness is also very low. This thickness becomes also very low, right? And at that time what happen here? And this potential is equal to this potential. Now suppose now electrons and holes can easily move. Electrons and holes can easily move into that, and electrons also can move into it very easily into that. Now what happen if suppose I increase that voltage to 1 volt, 0.72 directly to 1 volt. What happen? The potential will also high, right? Holes, now that holes can easily move towards downwards. These holes can easily move into that region, and these electrons can also easily move into that region, right? And the current starts flowing, because there is a very low thickness. The thickness of the width of the potential barrier is very low. So the holes from this region can easily move into this region, and the electrons from this region can also easily move into this region, and currents and recombine the electrons and holes, and current will flow into direction of holes. Now this current is in milliampere. Now, okay, you are getting the current here in milliampere in forward bias condition. Now I am just drawing the characteristics of forward bias, VI characteristics of forward biasing, right? So what is that? I am just taking the voltage on the x-axis and the current on the y-axis. Okay. Now what happened here? I've already explained you all about this. Now, if this voltage is 0, there is no flow of current. Okay, up to the 0.7 for silicon, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. Up to the 0.7, there is no flow of current. As I increases the voltage above the 0.7, there is a some amount of flow of current through it. Okay. If I further increase, then there is also rapid increase in the current. Okay. Now this current is in milliampere. Now I draw the characteristics for in case of silicon. If in case of germanium, you have to just draw the after that 0.3 voltage. 0.1, 0.2, and 0.3. For germanium, we are getting the current at 0.3 voltage. Okay. Now this is the simple VI characteristics of PN junction diode, right? Now if I just draw backward down, now this voltage, okay, where the current start increases rapidly. Now this voltage is known as a knee voltage. Right? Many times this definition asked in the exam. What is meant by knee voltage? The voltage where the current increases rapidly, okay, is known as what? Knee voltage. Now all this about the forward bias condition. Now move on to the reverse bias condition. What is the reverse bias condition? What happens in reverse bias condition, right? In reverse bias condition, you have to just change the position of the battery. You have to change the simple position of the positive terminal is connected to the N region and negative terminal is connected to the P region, right? Now what happened here? Before, okay. Now what happened here? There is some electric field across the potential into this direction, right? This direction. I already explained you. Okay, electric field is already due to the potential barrier. Now what happened here? This I applied the battery here, right? Now what happened here? The field applied by the battery will also be in the same direction. Okay, electric field due to this into this direction, and applied by the battery is also in the same direction. Okay. Now what happened here? That means both in same direction. The field applied by the battery will also be in the same direction as that of electric field present in the depletion region is also increases. in the same direction is also increases. That means potential barrier is also increases, right? That is also going to increase in the width. That means what? Width is also increases rapidly. If what happen here next, if I increase this voltage to 0.2 volt, suppose, now what happen? Electric field will also increases in the same direction. Automatically this region will also increases. This region will also increases. If suppose I increase this voltage further, what happen? Electric field applied by the battery will also increases. Then automatically this depletion region will also increases, right? Okay. As the depletion region increases, there is a very less chance. There is no chance to move these holes into that region and these electrons into this region. Okay. Now I am just drawing it. Now increases. Okay. As I increase the voltage, the depletion region is also increases. Now what happened? There is no flow of current. There is no flow of current due to majority charge carriers. There is no flow of current due to majority charge carrier. There is a very small amount of current flow because of what? Because of now this region consists of what? More number of holes, but less number of electrons. Right? This region is consist of what? More number of electrons, but less number of holes. Right? Less number of holes. Okay, right? So these are the minority charge carriers. Right? The current will flow is very small because of that minority charge carriers. Now what happened here? If I increase that voltage to 1 volts, what happened here? This minority charge carriers, these volts is easily can be moved into that region, and these electrons can move into that region. Now these electrons can move and these holes can as increase. The increased battery potential gives the energy to the minority carriers to cross the junction, due to which the breakdown function occurs. The current in PN junction diode is due. Now in this condition, the very small current is due to the minority charge carriers. And this current is in microampere. Microampere. Now I am just going to draw the characteristics of PN junction diode. Okay. In reverse bias condition. Okay. I am just taking that voltage on the x-axis and current on the y-axis, and this current is in microampere. Now what happened here? There is no flow of current. As I increases the voltage, there is no flow of current. But after the 1 voltage, what happened here? There is current increases rapidly. This current is very small current actually. Increases rapidly. Okay. At this voltage. Now this voltage is known as a breakdown voltage. Where breakdown voltage is a voltage where the reverse current increases rapidly, and this current is in microampere. Right? So this is the simple VI characteristics of PN junction diode. Reverse VI characteristics. Of PN junction diode. You can say that. Right? Now, once you understand the function of PN junction diode, whatever. Now I already explained the forward bias condition. Forward bias condition means what? Simple. This is forward bias condition, and you are getting the current in forward bias condition. Now in reverse bias condition means what? Simple. Just changing the position of the battery, direction of the battery, positive, negative. Reverse bias. There is no flow of current. There is no flow of current. Very small current actually because of the minority charge carriers. Now diode works always in forward bias condition, right? Now the applications of that forward bias condition, application of that PN junction diode It is generally used in rectifiers. Generally used in rectifier. It is used in clipper circuit. Clipper circuit. It is used in clamper circuit. Okay, we will see rectifier in the next lecture. These are the advantages of. Sorry, these are the applications of p-n junction diode. Okay. Now all this about the p-n junction diode. Now I already explained the function of p-n junction diode in my video. Okay, how it works in forward bias condition, how it works in reverse bias condition. Okay. Now also I explained the applications of that p-n junction diode. It is used in a rectifier, it is used in amplifier, switching, and some other circuits also. Okay, you can use these PPTs as a notes. Okay. Now the fabrication techniques are also there. I explained in that video how the p-n junction is connected to each other just by alloying process. Okay, the process I explained. This is a simple structure of p-n junction diode. It consists of two types, p and n. This is symbol. Now n region consists of electrons and p region consists of holes, majority carriers. Now if there is no external connections, what happen, how the depletion layer is forms, I explain. Okay, now you can use this as a notes. What is the potential barrier? Okay, for germanium it is 0.3 voltage and for silicon it is 0.7 voltage. This is simple structure. Okay, now forward bias condition, reverse bias condition, two modes are there. Okay, when the positive terminal of the battery is connected to p region and negative terminal to the connected to the n region, that means it is in forward bias condition. In reverse bias condition, negative terminal is connected to the p and positive terminal connected to the n region. How it works? Okay, how the movement of electrons and holes, I explained in that video. This is reverse bias p-n junction diode. Okay, how it works in reverse bias condition. Now the current in the reverse bias condition is in microampere. Now the characteristics of p-n junction diode is also I have shown you in that video. With reverse bias, reverse current, breakdown voltage, avalanche breakdown. This is the simple VI characteristics of p-n junction diode. Here I am showing you the forward characteristics and reverse characteristics. Okay, now you are getting the current in only in forward bias in when it is connected in forward bias condition. The p-n junction allows the flow of electrons only when p is connected to the positive. Okay, this property is used for conversion of AC into the DC, which is called as rectification process. Okay, we will see what is that rectification process and what is that rectifier in my next video. These are the advantages of the p-n junction diode. Long life, occupies a lesser space, no filament is necessary. These are some advantages of p-n junction diode. Now applications, it is used as a rectifier to convert AC into a DC. It is used as a switch in computer circuit. It is used as a detector in the radio to detect the audio signals. Sometimes it is used as a LED to emit the different colors. Okay, LED means what? A light emitting diode. It is also type of diode. So okay, all this about the p-n junction diode.